Hey guys, everything's kind of changed because my wife needed the stand that I normally use to do my videos, and so I had to fall back to my old stand and let her have it. She scares me. No, I love her to death. I'll give her anything I got. Uh, or if I still hold the lien, or if I don't have any liens on it anyway. Anyway, guys, this whole thing about fixing the climate. Come on, the people who are wanting, or the people that control things, folks. They're claiming carbon is killing us all, folks. That's the stupidest thing you could even say. Everything that has life in it is based on carbon. Without carbon, and they're talking about going to a zero carbon print. How is that possible, folks, when every breath you breathe out has carbon in it? Any answers? Anybody want to throw a answer out there for that? If they have a zero carbon print, you're dead. Do you not understand this shit, folks? It amazes me the amount of not even looking into anything these people tell you. You'll just take it as fact. The reason people ask me, I'm going to tell this right now. People ask me, why do you talk so slow? Well, let's see how you think when you got old man brain shit up here at 60 years old, or old woman shit going on up here at 60 years old after abusing LSD, Quaaludes, uh, mescaline, mushrooms, cocaine, alcohol, weed for about 40 years. That's why I talk slow, folks. That's why I repeat myself. Old man shit. You didn't live through the 60s. You didn't live through the 70s. You don't even know. They practiced on us with the LSD. You guys taking it as uh, like beer drinking today. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are doing, but something has to be. You have to be doing some major shit to be this damn stupid. For the masses, anyway. But anyway, they're claiming that with some law they got passed, that it's the biggest thing ever done to fixing climate change. Do you not understand that climate change, and if you think it needs to happen by man, you're not even following God. But I'm not even going to go there. But if you think climate change, the only way they're going to fix climate change and bring carbon down is to kill off the planet or the plants, because the plants, all your vegetables, all that stuff, all needs carbon, folks. Everything you breathe out gives that food. The trees, the things that are giving you back oxygen. They used to cry when I was a kid about, oh, the ozone layer, the ozone layer. We don't even hear nothing about the ozone layer. They told us all the hairspray and all these aerosols and shit was destroyed. There was already a big hole, and that means anything can come off the sun and just destroy the earth. They don't even talk about that shit anymore, folks. This shit's getting so stupid. This will be what'll happen if Jesus don't come back in the future. Same thing. They made such a big deal about it now, and then you find out they just stopped talking about it. Nothing. It's all a fucking joke. Let me see. You know me, guys. I got notes. 5 minutes. Let's see. People, do you understand that the earth is everything on it with life is a carbon base? It's a carbon base. If you destroy the carbon, you're destroying life. The more carbon, actually, and they keep saying they got this little girl, 7-year-old girl, Greta Thunberg or some shit. She's talking about how they're clear cutting the forest. Well, where? Where are they clear cutting the forest, folks? I can take you all across the United States, and the forest is so thick and up in the Rocky Mountains, you can't even walk through it. You can't even walk through it. You couldn't ride a horse. You'd have to get it to even be. You have a hard time walking through it. I ain't lying to you. Take your asses up in the deep Rocky Mountains up in northeastern or northwestern Colorado. See how thick the woods is. You can't even walk through it today. She's talking about their clear cutting, and you guys believe her. She's a 7-year-old girl. What the hell's wrong with you people? I don't even get it. I don't even get it. It's your brainwashing, folks. If you don't think you've been brainwashed, well, they brainwashed us in the 60s and 70s. Why wouldn't they be brainwashing you today? Depends on how hard you went along with the shit. Me, I got D's and F's, straight D's and F's all the way through, practically through school. The only thing I excelled in was math and art. Does that tell you anything, folks? Right or left brain? Let's see. If they're wanting to shut down the carbon on this earth, folks, you got to understand something. That means they got to kill you. Because every breath you let out lets out carbon. Now, you guys have all elected these morons, AOC, who started all this stupid crap. Cow farts are killing us all. I have never heard such a more ignorant statement in 60 years. And people, you better believe me. I've even stated, I've thought some pretty stupid shit in my life. And I've heard even worse. But that AOC bullshit about cow farts and all these animals farting is killing us. That proves you guys that believe that shit are dumber than a bag of hammers. I wouldn't even put you in the same category as a bag of hammers. It would have to be another category for you. Let's see. Where am I at? 9 minutes. People, I've been alive since Kennedy. I've seen some of these puppets that they call presidents be disliked, including Nixon. Including Nixon. Like nobody else. I mean, Nixon, he didn't do nothing different. They just wanted to make an example out of him, so they pushed him and he caved. And he admitted to being doing what he did. And resigned. Well, none of these other presidents that hadn't done at least what he done, not counting the head of the FBI and the CIA and everything else, some recordings in a motel room. Come on, folks. But they shit all over Nixon. Bush Jr. I'll give him a little bit more credit than a bag of hammers. Only because he went to Ivy League schools. He still just barely had a little bit on a bag of hammers. That he was the laughing stock. He was the laughing stock for many generations. I'm telling you. Until today. Or, well, I don't know if it was today or yesterday or recently anyway. In Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, there was some game, some sports game at a big arena. I don't follow none of that shit. Don't care to. But the entire place was chanting. It might have been before the game, during the game, after the game, during the break, or whatever. I don't know when. It was a short I saw. But the entire place was chanting on live TV. Start off, let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden. Let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden. On live TV, folks. I have seen Biden leading a blind guy out on stage. Got to a certain point, he just stopped. Till another man come out and led the blind man on over to where he was supposed to go. And then another man came out to lead Joe Biden to where he was supposed to go. And all I can say about that is it was literally the brain dead leading the blind. And neither one of them knew where to go. Well, I got to turn my page. We're almost there, folks. Hang in there. I know. I don't know. Have I repeated myself about 10 or 15 times? People bitch about that all the time. Have I, am I talking fast enough? I don't care, folks. I'm in at 60. Whether you listen to me or not, I'll still be doing it. If I don't even have subs, I've started 2 or 3 channels. I didn't have no subs, and I was still doing videos talking to my damn self till somebody saw one and started subbing. Make no mistake, I can do that. People, I want you to understand things. We all have fears. Some fear mountains, some the woods, some fear the water, some fear heights, some fear small places. There's all kinds of things people fear. And I am not no different. I'm not any different than you folks. I have my fears. My biggest fear is heights. My biggest fear is heights. Now, to most of you, heights might be 10 foot off the ground, 20 foot off the ground, 30 foot off the ground. No. I worked construction, painted houses for 20 years at least, 25 years. Up on top of 2 and 3 story houses, no problem. I can do what I need to do to get the job done. I'm not talking about those kind of heights, folks. I'm talking about standing on a ledge of a cliff. Look, let's just use the Grand Canyon as an example. Been there many times. That's the kind of heights I'm talking about, to walk out onto a ledge that could be 1,000, 2,000, a mile deep, and just stand there on that edge and look down. I've done it a few times, just standing without a vehicle or anything around me. I'm not talking about that, folks. Hey, being in a plane, being in a Jeep on the side, or a Bronco or something on the side of a mountain with a 2,000-foot cliff off, and you're driving along it, it's a whole nother ballgame. I'm talking about standing at the edge of that 1,000, 2,000 mile deep hole that's straight down, and it's massive, and me standing on the edge of that rock. I start shaking like hell. My knees start wanting to buckle and shit. At certain heights, if I've got to use my own legs, folks, that's what I mean. I can do it in a car, a vehicle, a plane, helicopter, whatever you want to do it in. But if I've got to stand there on my own feet, I don't trust my own legs. They just give out and throw me off the side. I don't trust my own legs, folks. I'm telling you. I've been at those heights. I've seen that. I've stood and looked down at it, and everything just starts fucking. No, that's one of my fears. But I faced them. I still faced them. I got my own daughter, and we got it on VHS tape. I do. We got it. And I got a VCR that I can play it on. You guys all know that shit. Me and my daughter, I talked to her. We went to, we were in Six Flags in LA. I was looking at all these damn rides, this roller coasters and shit. I'm like, I've been doing this shit since I was 6. I believe we went to every damn park in the country when I was a kid. I rode every damn roller coaster and ride they had. And I'm bored out of my tree, and my kids are scared to death of these rides. The roller coasters and shit. I don't even remember all of them back when I took them over there to LA. But they were scared to death of them. So I offered my son, I said, you look, they had this big old swing. They'd just strap you in a harness, hook a cable to your back, lift you up off the ground 160 feet in the air. You pull the ripcord on it, you free fall down to about 5 feet off the ground, and then you swing up and then swing back and swing, and that was the ride. I told my son, I'll give you $50, you ride that with me. They could strap you together. Said, nope. My Marine, he ended up being in the Marines. He wasn't riding it. I told my daughter, I'll give you $50. I even bought the video. The video was $30. I think it was like $16 a piece to strap us in and do it. So the whole thing was going to cost me some money. But I was like, by God, I'm going to find somebody to do it with me. I'm going to do it. This is one of my fears. My family didn't know it. So I talked my daughter into it. I said, I'll give you $50. My daughter stepped up and said, okay. We went up there and got strapped in together. I had the ripcord in my hand. She said she couldn't pull it. They took us up 160 feet. Everybody on the ground looked like little ants, man. Looked like they was about this tall. 160 feet ain't that far, folks. Really. I mean, I've been up 1,000. I've been standing on the edge looking down the Grand Canyon, so I mean that's a mile in some places. I don't know if it was a mile where I was looking down, but it was a lot farther than where we were at. And the people on the ground, I'm telling you, 160 feet, they look this big, like ants. My daughter's got her eyes shut as we started up. And you feel it when it comes to the height that they stop, because everything jumps. She's going, oh no, oh no, oh no. And I go, hey, you ready to do it? They're telling us with a loudspeaker, go ahead, pull the ripcord. They're recording it and everything. I look, are you ready? She goes, yeah. I reached up and I ripped that sucker, and buddy, as soon as we started falling, she went to this high piercing scream that I guarantee you will take paint off of walls and shit. And it's in the video, people. Everybody in the park thought there was some kind of murder going on or something. I could see, I was 160 foot, and I could see everybody in the park was looking at us. And that ain't no kidding. But she did it, and I never even paid her the $50. I catfished her on the $50. But I took her there anyway. I paid for that. Like I said, folks, I'm not scared of planes, being up in planes at 30,000, whatever. My legs don't shake, none of that. I'm talking about when I'm standing on the side of something that there's even 300 or 400 feet drop off. That's when I don't trust my legs. I don't know why, but I don't even trust my own legs. My brother now, he was a guy. He was when we were in school, he was in Junior Olympics and shit, and uh, he was on the football team. Oh hell, we're going too far. It's already 22 minutes, people. I'm gonna get off here. That'll be another video. Sorry. You guys won't listen long enough for me to continue. I'm not BG. You guys love you. God loves you. I'm going to keep talking. That's all I got left to give you. Follow Jesus. Follow Jesus.